Welcome to Fashionably Broke.
I'm kidding, don't use that.
Just wear whatever the hell you want.
Literally just...
We're living on a McDonald's budget.
Just because you're broke doesn't mean you have to dress like it.
Wow. Hey guys, it's been so long, so in case you forgot, welcome back to another episode of Fashionably Broke Podcast with your host, Maddy Schweppy. That's me if you are unaware. But oh my God, guys, wow. Welcome back to the podcast. It has been far too long. I think it's been 2 weeks, but it feels like it's literally been a month. And I missed you guys so much. I really hope you guys missed the podcast, but we're back and I'm so excited. I literally feel like I forgot how to talk to a camera because it's been so freaking long. But again, I am so sorry that I had to miss the past 2 episodes. Life has just been so freaking busy. If you follow me on social media, then you'll know that I have been traveling a crap ton. I've been away at weddings and just living life. Work has gotten insane. Just my life literally has gotten so busy that I feel like I have not had time for the things that I'm truly passionate about, which is this podcast and even social media, TikTok. I feel like I've been pretty MIA. I want to say off the grid, but that's not true at all because I'm still on the grid, just not near as much as I normally am on the grid. So I haven't been fully MIA, but I've definitely had to take a step back and, deal with real life and everything that real life has thrown at me. But I missed you guys so much. I really hope y'all missed me. And I feel like we have so much to catch up on that I don't even know what we have to catch up on, but I know it's so much. So I think that we just need to go ahead and we need to dive straight into what's been going on in my life. A lot of pop culture updates, a lot of reality TV updates. And then I think we might even kind of dabble into, maybe a little bit of the future of the podcast. I have been traveling so much. I've been to a million weddings. I'm just kidding. Not a million, just 2. But when I tell y'all, I don't know what it is, what's in the air, what's going on, what's in the water. Everyone and their mom is getting engaged, getting married, especially this past weekend. I swear to God, on Instagram, I opened up the app and I saw about 50 people got married, which one of my best friends here in Nashville was one of them. But seriously, it has been, I feel like the last 2 weekends have been so freaking magical and just full of love and just the best ever. So let me catch everyone up for those that don't know or don't necessarily follow me on social media. But it was my boyfriend's sister's wedding at the very end of May, leading into June. And she got married in Las Vegas. And when I tell y'all, it was the most Las Vegas wedding I think ever. It was so much fun, but I legit needed a full week to recover post Vegas. And didn't even party that hard. Yes. On the actual wedding day, did we go to sleep at 6 a.m.? Yes. Did we get 2 hours of sleep and then have to wake up and then go turn in their marriage license and then get on an airplane and fly home and land at midnight? Yes, we also did that as well. But no, seriously, it was the most fun. It was the most magical. And when I tell you, I think that every single person in their life needs to do a Vegas wedding. You need to befriend someone. You need to do it yourself. But when I tell you, it was one of the most unique and fun and just a chill, laid back weddings that I have ever been to in my entire life. It is truly an experience that everyone should be able to experience because the memories truly are no other. It really was no other wedding I've ever been to, and it literally fit Jordan and Christian so freaking well, and it just was so sweet. Morgan, my boyfriend, he officiated the wedding, which is so insane to say. So he literally had to get his whatever license. Basically, we've just been calling him Rev Hef because he is now a part of the clergy. But he is most likely just just one and done, so to say. That I don't think that he will ever be officiating a wedding again. But I think that it went so smooth. It went so nice. Again, it was so much freaking fun. But I do have to say, crazy enough, as crazy as a Vegas wedding is, she got married at the Neon Sign Museum, and literally right before she was about to walk down the aisle, one of the workers literally fainted, passed out, just like literally a movie. Like, next thing we know, she's just on the ground, fainted. And, everyone's rushing to her side. And, obviously we had to be like, hey guys, so sorry, pause the wedding for a second. Someone just fainted, which is like so insane and like so theatrical and so dramatic. She was okay, guys. She was okay. There was a doctor and a nurse on scene, so she was fine. It most likely was just that Vegas heat. And I stayed at Paris for the first time in Las Vegas. If y'all have been listening to the podcast for a while, y'all know that I am an M Life girl through and through. So like MGM, Bellagio, like, any M Life hotel. I don't think I've ever stayed at a Caesars property other than the Caesars in New Orleans. I have stayed at the Caesars in New Orleans, but in Vegas, I don't think I've ever stayed at like a Caesars property. So staying at the Paris Hotel was the first time. And it was nice. If you ever go to Vegas and like you need to find a place that is still nice, but like maybe a little bit more on the budget friendly side, I would suggest it. I think it was nice. Our room was a little noisy, but we were literally like right on the strip facing Old Red. So like literally I would wake up in the middle of the night to hear, are you guys having a good time tonight? And I just would be like shaking my head. No, I'm not having a good time tonight. Mama's trying to sleep. I'm trying to get some shut eye. Okay. Beauty sleep. Please. I'm begging. When do y'all close? So there is that. But no, it really was like a nice hotel. It was super busy. And I also never really spent that much time in the casino. But I would recommend. I think staying there is like good if you're really trying to, like save that coin. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And like I said, on the night of the wedding, we might have stayed out and up until 6 a.m. doing nothing, literally doing nothing, not even gambling, just literally sitting and talking. And I do have to say that's the latest that I've stayed up in quite a while. And let me tell you, it did some numbers on me. It did some numbers on me. Last week, I was literally just dead. I was dead all freaking week. Like, I could not get my shit together. Like, I was useless. I was a useless piece of shit. And then this past weekend, we had a wedding in Macon, Georgia for one of my friends here, Kate and Tim. And when I tell y'all, I think it was the most beautiful wedding that I've ever been to in my entire life. It also was the biggest wedding that I've ever been to in my entire life. I think there was like almost 500 people there, which is nuts and insane, but it just shows that they are so loved. And when I tell y'all, it truly was like one of the most fun weddings I've ever been to in my entire life. And seriously, I cannot say this enough. One of the nicest weddings I've ever been to in my entire life. And like, it really was just so fun. Like, that was my first ever wedding with all of my Nashville friends and like, everyone that I haven't met since I moved to Nashville 3 years ago. And it was just so sweet. It was so much fun. We really turned up, let me tell you. What happens in Macon stays in Macon, and so apparently does my credit card. Yeah, I lost my freaking credit card in Macon, Georgia. And before you jump to conclusions, no, I was not that drunk. Okay, so I truly just literally misplaced it. I think it fell out of my purse. I might have left it at the bar, but I went back to the bar and asked around and they did not have it. So I think it slipped out of my purse. And honestly, it did it at the worst time ever because, again, this podcast name is Fashionably Broke. Okay, emphasis on the broke. Of course, after 2 weddings, I have no more coins in my bank account, no more coins. And I was heavily relying on my credit card to get me through the week until payday. And guess what? Mama lost the card. Okay, so guess what? Mama ain't got no coins. Ain't got no coins except a slim few to her name. So I do have to say, surprisingly enough, that is the first time I've actually ever like lost my credit card. I feel like I've lost my credit card, but then I found it. Unfortunately, there was no finding the credit card this time. So my credit card is somewhere in Macon, Georgia. If you see it, good luck, honey, because mama ain't got no coins. You ain't getting much out of it. Just kidding. I paused it, obviously, canceled it, and ordered a new one. So if you have it, you ain't getting to me, okay? You ain't using my cash. No, sirree. It's too late for that. Also, that's another thing I've been thinking about, like, since I lost my credit card. Who the hell steals credit cards anymore? Because do you know how easy it is to just, pause, cancel, lost, stolen, give me a refund? It's so insanely easy. Like, people are idiots to think, like, someone's not going to, like, cease payment or, like, report it missing. Like, you can't even use it then because it's fully doesn't work. They got a new card, babe. I don't know what you're expecting. Like, you got to go after the cash. You can't go after the card. People are just idiots. I mean, okay, I say that. Meanwhile, I'm the idiot that lost my credit card, but that's besides the point. So yeah. Did lose my credit card in Macon, Georgia. But like I said, I don't know what happened this past weekend, this past month. Everyone is freaking engaged, and I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm really, truly not going to lie. I'm kind of jealous. I am kind of jealous. I promised that I would be truthful and open with you guys, and because I have been just around wedding talk, engagement talk, literally everything. I've been to weddings, and I've been thinking about what I'm wearing to the weddings as like the wedding guest. My mind has been very heavily on weddings, and I am a bit ashamed to admit this. I pretty much started planning mine. Am I engaged? No. Will I be engaged soon? Technically, yes, there is a possibility. But mama doesn't know. That's also another, sorry, I keep referring to myself as mama. I don't really know why. It's just been slipping and rolling off the tongue. Here's another thing. I feel like especially with all of this wedding talk and wedding attendances, that sort of thing. I've been to a lot of weddings, okay? Been to a lot of weddings as of recent. And let me tell you guys, something that you should not ask someone that has been in a very committed and long-term relationship is, okay, oh my God, so when is it your turn? So when are you getting engaged? So when is your wedding? Don't ask me that. Why are you asking me? Why are you asking me that? I'm the girl. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Do I want to be engaged? Yeah, of course. Do I want to be married? Yeah, of course. Why are you asking me? I am the last person you should be asking, actually. There is someone that you probably could ask that would have answers before me, the girl, does. And that is the person I'm in a relationship with. Or that is a friend that knows me very well that would most likely hear potentially when I'll be getting engaged or when I'll be getting married. That sort of thing. Why the hell are you asking the girl? And yes, I am guilty of that. Of course, I'm guilty. I ask people all the time, so when are you getting engaged? Blah, 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 blah. Don't ask me that. And I'm 100% going to stop asking people that. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Maddy, I'm single. So you know what? I would rather someone be asking me when I'm getting engaged than like, so how is dating going? No, I'm telling you, it is the exact same thing, if not worse. Especially if you are in a very long-term relationship. When I'm talking more than a year or two, okay? When I'm talking, you're getting up there. You're getting up to 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 7 years. Don't ask them. I think that's literally worse than how's dating going. Because you can't be like, oh, soon. Because it might not even be soon. So then, like, you would look like an idiot. You can't. And so then my go-to answer is always, I don't know. You have to ask him. And then they hit you with, oh, so have y'all not talked about it yet? Of course we have, Jennifer. Of course we have. Okay, but I'm sorry. I'm not the one proposing to myself. Okay, so I don't have a timeline for you. And that is my rant. So just moving forward, seriously, please don't ever ask. So when are you getting engaged? Because, bitch, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I'm not the person you should be asking. Actually, while we're on the subject, how about you go harass old boyfriend over there? How about you ask him, not me? Not me. I'll talk about anything else. I will talk about I'll talk about my funeral arrangements before I answer. So when are you getting engaged? Because, bitch, I don't know. I don't know. I can't plan it. That's not something I plan. So why are you asking me? Okay? And I could go on for hours about that. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And that's my TED Talk, okay? That's my rant. I'm going to step off my soapbox now so we can move on. But yeah, I truly did fully start planning my wedding, and it's kind of embarrassing. It is kind of embarrassing. I'm literally already thinking about what my bridesmaids are wearing. Bitch, you don't even have a ring on your finger. You need to calm down. Also, all of my searches are unique, one of a kind. Bitch, if you're searching it, it's not unique or one of a kind. It's the wedding industry. Everything and everyone does the same thing. It's always the same in just some different font. Obviously, I do think that some people do it better than others. Like I said, these two weddings that I just went to were some of the greatest weddings I've ever been to. And they were great examples of like it was done right, what was done well. But yeah, no, I fully am like I have wedding brain. I have bride brain, and I really, 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 really need to get out of it because it is consuming my life for someone that is literally not even in that stage or era of their lives. So honestly, though, if you're engaged, if you are a soon-to-be bride and you need some tips, tricks, inspiration, please hit a girl up because when I tell you that's literally all I've been looking at, that is truly, fully, literally all I've been looking at, which also, speaking of weddings, a little pop culture action for you. Dua Lipa is officially off the market and married to some actor that I cannot remember his name. I'm a great podcaster, as you guys can tell. But I know that every single guy's heart out there broke this past weekend knowing that Dua Lipa is officially a married woman. Of course, is that going to stop them from literally making googly eyes at their screen every time she pops up? Absolutely not. But in the back of their head, they'll be like, damn, she's someone's wife and she will be someone's mother. Yeah. But I do kind of think it's crazy. Her looks literally killed. I think that was some of the best bridal looks that I have seen from a celebrity in a really, really, really long time. She had her civil court wedding because I'm pretty sure she got married in France. So in London, I think, or in the UK or in England, they legally got married at the courthouse, and she was wearing all Schiaparelli, and God damn, she looked phenomenal. I mean, it's Dua Lipa. Of course she looks phenomenal. When does she not? But her civil marriage look was phenomenal. A white little power suit with a hat. I mean, iconic. The Schiaparelli buttons, the Schiaparelli structure. It was absolutely stunning. And then for her welcome party, or at least I think it was her welcome party, she popped out in a custom Bottega bridal look. I mean, come on. I was absolutely sick at it. She looked impeccable. She looked amazing. It was one of a kind. It was very unique. I loved it. She truly couldn't have done better. I'm obsessed. She either got married in France or Italy. I honestly don't remember. As you can tell, guys, I'm flying by the seat of my pants like I do every freaking episode, but you know, at least I'm here. I'm just kidding, guys. Okay, in other pop culture news, one thing I do want to talk about is, oh my God, okay, so, which I know everyone's seen this, Alex Earl Alex Earl was at the Monaco Grand Prix race with Aloe. And I'm a little confused. So she basically had a yacht weekend in Monaco, and I think right now she's in Saint-Tropez. But she had a yacht weekend on the Aloe yacht with Stassi Baby and Jake Shane and like a few others. I'm a little confused. Was this a brand trip? What was it? Because there wasn't very much Aloe branding other than in the background. Like they weren't wearing like Aloe sets. They weren't really like posting their workouts. I mean, I think that there were some workouts posted, but like it wasn't like, oh, babe, they're working out with Aloe. No. Like it was just them kind of partying all weekend. So it's like, did Aloe like let them borrow their yacht to be like, oh, there's going to be some Aloe placement in the background, like that's still branding. I mean, also, I guess we're talking about it, but like, I'm confused. Was it a brand trip? Was it what? But also, I'm freaking loving the Alex Earl, Stassi Baby, and Jake Shane friendship. I just think it seems so fun. Like, I think obviously, like, they're party friends, you know? Like, they're not, like, going to be sitting around and, like, telling each other their deepest, darkest secrets. But, like, they're party friends. And, like, I'm so freaking here for it. Like, you have literally no idea. I love it. But I do just kind of want to understand, like, what the dealio was with that. Also, in other news, speaking about Monaco Grand Prix race, I think this is like the official hard launch of Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton, like of them actually posting about each other. I could be wrong because I really haven't kept up with Formula One this year, really, or the Kardashians. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Meanwhile, I just spoke about Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi in my last episode, but that's besides the point. Okay. I want to say like this is their first like official like hard launch. Like they're posting each other in like their photo dumps, which is crazy. I don't know. I just like I can see them dating, but also I'm like interesting. It's very interesting. But Kim Kardashian is definitely Lewis Hamilton's type based on his dating history. So it makes sense, but I would not necessarily say that Lewis Hamilton is Kim's type other than athlete. Yes, but I just think he's shorter than most guys that she's been with. But I also could be very wrong because, you know, I know Kim Kardashian on a very personal level. Didn't you know? We're like best friends, so I know everything about her. So I can say that Lewis Hamilton is not her type, but she, you know, kind of went out on a whim and is dating him. LOL. But yeah, okay. That was kind of it for my, you know, F1 Formula. Oh my God, no, it wasn't. 2027, Gucci is officially sponsoring a car, and they released design imagery. I don't know if it's exactly what it is. I really hope this is not AI and like I got bamboozled. I don't think it was, but it looked sick. So Gucci, it's going to be on the track next year and I can't freaking wait. Okay, guys, but can I be honest with y'all? So truly what I have been doing a lot of during my little break from social media, from the podcast is, unfortunately, I have been consuming so much television that it's starting to be unhealthy. Yeah, so much TV, guys, so much TV, and majority of it is reality. Of course, guys, we all know Summer House. By the time that this episode comes out, the third and final part of the Summer House reunion will have been released, and unfortunately, I'm not watching it tonight because I am editing the podcast, but this is all I have to say after watching part 1 and part 2 is I think at the end of the day, truly, Sierra doesn't really care about the whole West of it all. I think obviously it started out with the West of it all, but it has hence turned into just her officially making it well beknownst to the world that she is no longer friends with Amanda. And I know there's a lot of narratives going out on, the internet right now, just being like Sierra overdid it, went too hard on Amanda, and like she needs to chill out, like it's not the end of the world, blah, 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 blah. Here's my thing is I would get that narrative. I would get that defense in the case. But unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't really know, Amanda literally being argumentative, combative, disrespectful, rolling her fucking goddamn eyes whenever Sierra talks, telling her to shut the fuck up within the 5 minutes of them sitting down to do the thing, and just like her literally acting like she just does not give a fuck. She deserves everything that Sierra is saying and more, because I'm so sorry, miss me with that. I'm not defending West. I'm not taking his side, but at the very end of the third part, or I say not third part, sorry, at the very, or I would say middle of the second part, when they go on lunch and he sits Amanda down and they're eating lunch and he goes, you just need to stop being so like argumentative. Like you just need to take it on the chin, apologize, and move on. And I'm sorry to say he's right. Like, girl, why are you trying to defend yourself? Don't defend. In this case, you do not defend yourself. You take it on the chin. You take everything that they're throwing at you and you say, yes, you are right. Yes, I have a problem and I'm sorry. I really, truly am sorry. I am apologetic. Like, she's doing none of the sorts. She's just being like, you know what? F you, rolling her eyes. I need a break. She's playing victim. She's getting defensive, which I get it. People are coming at her. People are attacking her. People are attacking her character, but it's well-deserved. And guess what? They're proving every single point that they're making by you arguing back to them. So that's all I have to say is, yeah, I'm going to be Team Sierra. And, I thought maybe the world could cut Amanda some slack, but she's just proving my point and proving everyone's point of like, no, she actually doesn't deserve any slack. Like, she's a bitch. She really is a bitch. She does not care. She's not remorseful. She's just not a good friend. Okay. She's really not. She's not a girl's girl. I'm just kidding. Oh my God, Morgan is going to be so mad. I just spilled wine all over our bed. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, guys, but other than Summer House, I've obviously been watching In the City, which I'm just very intrigued with, and I do already have some thoughts after the first, I think it's 3 episodes have aired. Kenny, I hate you. I hate Kenny. I don't like him. I don't like a man trying to be the center of attention, trying to get in all of the girl drama. I don't like it. I think it's yucky. Honestly, I just don't really like a man in reality TV other than, and I know this is going to sound weird to say, other than Kyle. I feel like Kyle is perfect for reality TV, but like every other man just really, truly gives me the egg. Craig, ick. Oh, Carl is fine. I don't know why. I think it's Kyle and Carl are good on reality TV. Like, I don't get the ick from them. I truly think that they were like cut out and made for reality TV. But like Craig, yucky, gross, nasty, yucky. Kenny, I don't like him. I Andrea, I feel like he does reality TV in a very like masculine, sexy way. I mean, he's also a male model, but like I don't mind him. But I am like I said, I am thoroughly enjoying In the City. I think it's going to be cool to just kind of like see them live their lives and just like see what it's all about. Next Gen NYC is starting like super, super freaking soon. And I'm so excited to watch it. What else is there? Oh my God, I started watching The Real Housewives of Rhode Island, and I thoroughly enjoy it. My only thing is, like, I keep starting Real Housewives, and then I never finish. Like, I haven't finished. I kind of stopped watching Salt Lake City. Honestly, I watched a few episodes of Real Housewives of Rhode Island, and, like, I haven't picked it back up. So I really need to like fully invest. But like, I don't know, it just doesn't keep me hooked like some of the other shows. Like, I really like In the City. Again, I really like Summer House. Obviously, Summer House is like my favorite reality TV show. I love Below Deck. Below Deck Med just started back up. They're in Croatia, and Aisha's on it. Captain Sandy, my favorite characters. So I cannot wait to watch that. I feel like it's going to be a really good season. Oh my God, do y'all think rosé stains? Sorry, super side note. Because I got it on my comforter and you can see the spots, but I just don't know if they're going to stay or if I need to like get some stain remover on that. So let me know in the comments. I think by then I'll probably realize if it stains or not. Okay. But guys, this is actually serious. Okay, back to reality TV and all of that jazz. You guys. I started something that I always said I would never watch. And I can admit when I'm wrong. I can acknowledge when I'm wrong, okay? And I'm not afraid to say it. I started watching Love Island, this season of Love Island USA, and I can absolutely see why people are hooked. Why people, so many millions and millions and millions and millions of people tune in every single day, basically, to watch this godforsaken show. It is addicting. It truly is. The fact that it's on so much. It like feeds and it satisfies the urge because you watch an episode and you're like, damn, I wish I could watch another one. Guess what? There's going to be another one tomorrow night. I can 1000% see why people love the show so much. It's so unpredictable. You have literally no idea what's happening. But my God, are they just constantly making out? I do have to say, like, if you have secondhand embarrassment, it is a really hard show to watch because sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, this is the most uncomfortable, awkward conversation I've ever witnessed. And like, you just can't look away. That's the thing. You truly cannot look away. And the fact that like I've been thinking about it all day and I know that as soon as I finish recording and I'm editing tonight, I can put it on my TV and there's going to be a brand new episode. Okay, but I do want to talk about the season because this is the first time I've ever watched Love Island. I know like from previous seasons, I know the people from previous seasons. Last year, I like watched, I feel like fully on TikTok. And that's kind of like what persuaded me to watch this year, which is because I started watching Life After the Villa or whatever it's called because I liked the cast so much. AKA, I really liked Iris and like TJ that much, and I liked Maya and Hannah. Again, I watched on TikTok, so like I really didn't know them like fully or like get to know them fully like you do. I feel like actually watching Love Island. So I started watching this year and okay. I love Kenzie, and I think that the narrative, just the shit talk that's going on like online on social media is like so annoying, so stupid, because that means that they have never been ever told that they're too much, that they have too big of a personality, she just has such a huge personality. She's so bubbly. She's so like energetic that she doesn't really have anywhere to put it all. And so it just kind of comes all out and she looks crazy. But that's like, I can relate to that. Like, I can relate to being too much. I can relate to like people being like, what the hell's wrong with her? Like, nothing. I love her. I love her. I love her. I think she's sweet. I'm really excited to see her kind of like open up, and I really hope she stays in the villa. She is like literally one of my top contestants, characters. I don't know what they call them. I really like Anaya as well. I think that she just like gives off this just like amazing energy. And I know there's like, you know, a lot of discourse right now about KC. But I do think that they're really cute together. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, one person I cannot stand, and hate me if you will, Mel. Cannot stand that girl. I just don't like the way she moves. I don't know. She gives like mean girl energy, and I just don't like her. I also don't like her relationship with Sincere, and I don't think that Sincere is sincere. I really, truly don't. I don't think that Sincere is sincere. I don't like Bryce. I think he's awkward. I really like Trinity, but I want Trinity with someone else. I want Trinity with someone that's able to like kind of like, you know, just make her be herself and like really show us like who she is as a person. Because I feel like she's really, really sweet. And I feel like there's a lot more to Trinity that we just haven't really seen. I don't really like, what's Charlie's brother's name? Zach. Don't like Zach. Don't like Zach at all, really. Who else is there? What's her name? Bea. I don't really have any thoughts. Gabrielle. I don't know. I think he's not gonna last long. I weirdly like Corbin, the new guy that just joined. I like his energy. I feel like it's very calming. But let me tell you, that guy is a horn dog. Whoa. Horn dog. I mean, he's 22 years old. That's also another thing about the show is it truly does take someone to go on this show and like know that they will never ever have a job ever, and like they better excel at social media, because oh my god, the shit that they say is absolutely nuts. Like, they're the horniest people I've ever met. And I get it, they're young, whatever, but like, babes, y'all are on national television talking about some of this shit. Like, that's insane. That's nuts. Me knowing like my parents would be watching, I'm so sorry. Like, I could never, ever. I know that would never be a show that I would ever go on if I was single. No, I'm sorry. Or I would just like play it so safe and like probably not make it very long, or like really build a connection, because like, guys, those people are so horny. It's nuts. But yeah, no, I actually really like it. I really like it. I think it's interesting. And yeah. So if you haven't given Love Island a shot, I would give it a shot, because I thoroughly enjoy it. Okay, but I think that's honestly all I have on like that social media pop culture front. Oh, just kidding, guys. So still on the TV track, because like I said, I have been watching so much TV. It's like kind of disgusting. And I don't know what it is. Like, I've just been like really in like the TV, but like the reality TV, really. But this is not reality TV. I have started watching Dutton Ranch and The Madison. So they're both Taylor Sheridan shows. And the Dutton Ranch is obviously a spinoff of Yellowstone with Beth and Rip. And basically them moving to Texas, starting their own ranch. And I do have to say it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I watched Yellowstone. I kind of lost interest in Yellowstone, if that makes sense. Like, everyone was like hyping it up so much, saying like it was the best show that they've ever watched in their entire life, and yada yada yada. And I was like, okay, it's okay. I really liked the prequels to Yellowstone that came out, like it's like 1882 or something like that, and then like 19 something or other. I really enjoyed those. Like they were so freaking good. I have been enjoying Dutton Ranch. What else? It is kind of slow. The Madison. Oh my God, The Madison is probably the saddest show that I've ever seen in my entire life. And if you don't want your heart ripped out of your chest, stomped on, ripped in half, spit on, eaten, shit out, and then dug into dirt, don't watch The Madison. It really is truly one of the saddest shows I've ever watched, but it's really good. It is really good, but goddamn, it tugs at those heartstrings. Let me tell you guys. It really, truly tugs at those heartstrings. But yeah, guys, that's what I've been watching. That's what I've been consuming, honestly. I really haven't been on social media that much. I have not been consuming that much social media, which is kind of crazy. I've just been watching a whole lot of trash TV, and guys, I love it. I really, truly love it. But then just kind of like to end the podcast, I want to just kind of like talk about me for a little bit and just kind of like what's been going on and just like kind of dive into maybe a little bit more deeper things, just so that y'all kind of understand what's going on in my life and how I'm feeling. May was such an amazing month. I enjoyed it. I did so much in the month of May. But I also think I did so much leading up to May that I am finding myself in like these last few weeks, like really in a rut, not like emotionally or mentally, more like creatively. I really have found myself in such a rut when it comes to, honestly, and I'm going to be very honest and very frank here, when it comes to the podcast, when it comes to social media and TikTok and making videos, I truly don't know if I burnt myself out with doing so many, happy hour with friends episodes, because those episodes take so much planning and so much preparation and so much creativity. Like, it's really not funny. Like, there is so much that goes into those episodes. It takes a lot. And I don't know if I just was doing those so consistently. And I mean, I had been killing TikTok. I had been posting up to 6 videos a day. And I don't know what it was. I feel like I kind of hit this wall where I found it kind of hard to sit down for an hour and talk in a microphone and do it by myself. But then, like, week after week having to prepare a happy hour with friends episode, and just like how much planning and creativity goes into that. Like, it truly was just impossible for me to whip out a happy hour with friends episode every week. So of course, I would have to sit down in front of the camera holding the microphone by myself. And since going and doing the podcast journey on my own, it has been it has been as tough as I expected. Maybe a little bit more tough. Like, I was expecting it to be hard, to be able to sit down and talk to a camera by myself, having a conversation with, I say myself, but with you guys, but not having like responses, not having energy to feed off of, responses to feed off of and go back and forth. It's been hard. I'm totally not gonna lie. And I took the breaks. I took the breaks because my schedule got so busy, and I truly just couldn't muster up the energy to be able to, think of what to say and just like have the energy to like do it all on my own. If I'm being completely frank and completely honest, because I feel like y'all deserve that transparency. And I don't know. Again, we're on this journey together, guys. And I think it would be so unfair if I wasn't like so totally honest with y'all that like this shit's been hard. It's been hard, and I definitely needed that break and that time to literally do nothing other than sit and rot and watch reality TV. But I mean, obviously, like, I truly missed it, and the podcast will never go away because this really is like such a source of happiness uh, and like a release for me. Y'all have literally no idea because like, I've thought about it. I've thought, I never started this podcast to do it by myself. I always had, the goal of sharing it with someone else and sharing, experiences with someone else and, goals with someone else. I never thought about doing it on my own. I never wanted to do it on my own, but I had been toying and I have been toying with, do I end it? What do I do like moving forward? And I truly, I can never end this podcast. Like it is so much fun and I love it so much. It literally is my baby. Like I could not live my life without it. So for the future of the podcast, it's not going anywhere. It is really, truly not going anywhere. But I am learning to give myself a little bit more grace with it. And, breaks are okay because, I work a full-time, I work a full-time job and I do this all on my own, trying to pursue social media, have friends, be present in a happy relationship and also try to get my life together even though it is literally not together at all. But like I in all of that there isn't really much time built out for just like living life. So I'm learning to give myself a lot more grace when it comes to the podcast and when it comes to social media. And I think that I might have hit like a little tiny point of burnout, and that's kind of where I'm like, I can't think of like concepts, I can't think of ideas, or I can and I just like know how much it's going to take to execute it and like how much it's going to drain me. So like I'm avoiding it and I'm putting it off. So we're getting back on track and we're realizing, okay, we have to take things like one step at a time. And that's truly what I'm planning on doing. But that is like, in a weird way, my little update. I hope that didn't end things on like such a downer. But I don't know. I just really wanted to be open and honest with you guys because I feel like that's really only fair. Because I mean, like I said, I'm repeating myself now, but like we're on this journey together and it, it wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be real if I didn't share my thoughts and what I've been going through. And if you're a creative person out there and you're going through this rut of like, you literally like either can't get yourself to do it, you just can't think of any ideas, something new, that like creative spark is just not there. It's okay. Stop beating yourself up. It will come back. You just need to give yourself a break. You need to give yourself some time and some grace, and you need to let yourself rest because I mean, it's literally just like any other job. Like you get tired. You can't think straight, if that makes sense. And so you need to give your body a little rest so that you can get that creative spark back. And so that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm trying to get my creative spark back because, like I said, I was on a goddamn roll. I was on such a roll, and I think I used up all my creative juices. So now I have to replenish them and, just take this time to get inspiration and get remotivated and get re-inspired. And kind of find that little spark back, get that little spark back in me. But I think that's it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. I miss y'all so much. I promise there won't be a break like this in quite a while. Thank y'all so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode and you're watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and turn on those notifications. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, hey, if you feel it, give a little rating to the podcast, download, share it with your friends. And if you want more from the podcast, feel free to follow me on all social media. You can find the podcast at Fashionably Broke Pod, and you can find my personal socials at Maddy Schweppe, MADDYSCHWEPPE on all platforms. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.